My ex stole over $400,000 from me.
400?
Oh, over $400,000 from me. She killed one of my childs because she couldn't get child support in the state that she was in that had a cap on it. So she wanted to move to California. See, that's where all the girls go.
That's what, California got the
lawyers out there
that
waiting on them, and the laws is a woman is innocent until proven guilty, and a man is guilty until proven innocent. Good luck. And don't have no money because they're going to extort you.
Yeah.
You understand me? Judges and lawyers knowing each other and all that. And I'm telling you, and these times, motherfuckers freaking out here. They probably having sex with each other and shit and coming on and hitting your case down. You know what I mean? I done been through so much, bro. And to go through that and to have somebody that you done taken care of for years, she was a person that lost her job she'd tell everybody she was CPA, but you was a CNA, a certified nurse assistant. That's the lowest of the low in the hospital, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But you want to tell people you certain things because you want to look a certain part that you really not. You know what I'm saying? And now you lose your job as that. You can't even wipe ass right. You done lost your job wiping somebody's ass because you ain't wipe it right. You still stink. You know what I'm saying? And now you lose your job. You finna become homeless and you got two people you taking care of. So I end up getting her and moving her with me.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And helped her out and all that stuff. And this is how you repay me? Yeah. I took the role of being your son father. Not just a daddy, but a father.
Right.
I went in so hard, bro. I went in so hard because I went in so hard to the point where I put them on my wheel. Bro.
Alright, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and the few sisters that's out there onto this life. Foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. This is an everlasting tale of the modern day relationships of today, where you are ashamed to think that behavior that he just performed, a world-class boxer, a champion, all right? At his heyday, he was a great champion, knocking niggas out, knocking crackers out, made countless money, all right? Countless riches, yet he still got caught up in what the culture co-signs, what the culture is all about. And what I mean with the culture is all about, what the culture I mean the nigga culture that we all familiar with, that baby mama drama shit. And here it is, a man that's supposed to be, according to women, that'd be like a man in a high value man, right? He's over 6 feet tall. I don't know how the nigga looks to a woman. He just look like just a man anyway. But 6 feet tall, he's obviously in shape because he's a former world-class champion.
This is heartbreaking,
right? And yet he still get caught up into that shit. Okay, he still is a statistic. Okay? Because one, the scripture does say a wicked man is given to a wicked woman. He crossed all the T's, the lines, and this, that, to the third. He did what a real man would not even considering doing for somebody that's not his. All right? But he took his ego to the side and said, I'm going to deal with this scallywag, and this is how she repays me. You Negroes, Latinos, those of you who have money and you think you good because of your money, you're nothing but a target. And for you nasty skanks out there, your time is up. All right? Your time is up. The jig is out. Thank the Lord for the internet, for everybody to know how y'all deal. All right? He's everything that y'all really wanted. And yet she still did him dirty. And it's the same, I got the clip, but he said that the stepson said, you're not my daddy. All right. So if he ain't your daddy, he's giving you all this shit. Little nigga, go to your pops. Ask your mommy, was your real father at? But this whole baby mama culture, this whole bullshit where a woman can get away with murder. A man gotta check all the boxes for a skank who brings absolutely nothing. All right, who absolutely bring nothing to any relationship, not just the table, to any relationship. This shit needs to stop, and it will stop. All right, it will stop, because the basic stuff that the majority of people need is gonna be gold in the days to come. All right, they're gonna be worrying about the fancy this. Just get them safe at a nice warm location, and that's that. But this society is sick, bro. I mean, there's plenty of stories of that. Plenty of stories of celebrities that been through that. Who was it? Well, this, like I said, there's plenty of stories that women did them straight up fucking dirty. All right, and society would just clap, like, go on, girl, do your thing, and that's why a lot of men is checking out. I believe she was a so-called black woman too. You know, he always put the post. I think I seen it. Like, yeah, it was a so-called black woman, and he's saying it talking shit about her job because she got to wipe people's ass. But dude, you the one that picked her. You the one that allow her to be in your world. So bad choice by you. Okay, horrible choice by you. Because look how she pays you back. Relationships of today is just worthless. You know, that is societal pressure on men to do something for somebody, to take a nobody. Because it's true, women are nobodies until somebody claims them. All right, it's not gonna change because majority of women claim to be educated. You claim to have this, you claim to have that. That don't mean shit in the eyes of a man, especially the Most High. That don't mean nothing. The Lord didn't design you to be that way. The catch always been, and always the precious one's always been the man. Point blank, period. You carry a man's last name, your father's, and then your sole desire is to carry another man's name when you get married, and that's a majority of women today. That's what they want. They just want to get married to say to a man, take his name, and do whatever the fuck she want. This society gotta go. All right, and it's not wise for a man to deal with a baby mama. He's gonna say it too. Hold on, I'm gonna let him say it.
It is, because we've seen this story time and time again, where there's some good dude that is generating a lot of revenue, that is super in love, and even on top of his game when it comes to his career, his finances. And I'm not even just talking about athletes. I'm talking about people that are in corporate America, white collar, blue collar, own their own business, athletes, rappers, entertainers, creators, men of all walks of life, white, black, Asian, Hispanic, Latino, whatever you want to call it. Guys have been suffering for the longest. And when I say that you should not be getting involved to take care of another man's kids, this is applicable no matter what your socioeconomic status is. If you are winning.
And that's factual what he says. A real man shouldn't have to deal with a woman that has baggage. She's taken. All right, she has somebody else's DNA in her. You taking care of somebody else's child. That shouldn't be your job. Okay, but in this evil society, damn near every woman is tampered with and touched. She should give up the one thing that she needs as leverage to secure a husband, and that's a virginity. But in today's society is how much she's been tossed around. Her value goes up, but in reality, her value diminishes as soon as somebody else's touches her. And that's the Lord did not design men and women to be a certain way. Okay? Not at all. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. There's another one that he had put up. I was watching. Hold on. Give me a second.
One of my kids' mother.
Give me a second. I'm gonna give Anton Daniels some whatchamacallit today. But check this out.
Don't ever marry your second choice. He is not the man you still think about at 2 a.m. Don't marry him. Every girl has that one guy, the one who ruined her for everybody else. You never get over him. You just learn to live without him. He set the standard. Every kiss after him feels weaker. Every I love you sounds quieter. You also compare silently every single day, even on your wedding day. You settle for safe because dangerous broke you once again, and you swore to yourself, never again. You'll say, I'm happy, while staring at the ceiling at night, wondering what he's doing right now. Your physical body will be in the bed next to your husband, but your soul will still be in that old car, that old motorcycle, the old apartment, the old version of you that felt alive. You'll teach your daughters to never settle while secretly knowing you did. One day you will see his name pop up or hear his favorite song and your heart will skip a beat like you're 19 again and you hate yourself for it. If he is not the man who still owns a piece of you, don't put his ring on your finger. Because second choice love turns into first class regret. Marry the man that you cannot live without, not the one that you can live with.
This is one of the most diabolical videos that I have ever come across in my entire life. I'm not sure that I've ever come across a more difficult video to react to than this one. Because
the fact is, it's truthful. The unspoken facts, the unspoken truth. All right. What she just said, she just dropped a nuke, and she's been in for a while. She's the one that tells about a woman being feminine, and she spits facts, but that's what she's saying is true. Why? Because this is why he's gonna even say it too. Hold on.
imagine if you are the person that's the second guy. This is the reason.
The second guy gets the second. Now he don't even get the prize. All right. He's getting the leftovers. All right, he's getting something that's tainted, and society of today, everybody goes for the tainted meat, the tainted person. All right, they get a kick out of it. Like you done with adultery, which is a man sleeping with another man's wife. It's like you wearing somebody else's drawers. All right, another man's boxes. Okay, it's very homosexual, but that's what's being pushed out here, highly pushed. So yeah, she's saying is what she says. The facts is as foul as it is. Nobody wants to be second choice. Nobody wants to be the guy that gets leftovers, and her mind and her spirit is into somebody else for some odd reason. That's not a good feeling at all. But here it is. Hold on. He's going to say something.
Why the scriptures want women as virgins to get married, because they are basically pair bonding, trauma bonding, and they are becoming a spiritually connected being with a person that had a piece of them.
And that's facts. What you just said is facts. Matter of fact, let me get the scriptures. Enough of this nigga. What he's saying is true. All right? The Lord didn't design man to be this way. But since everybody wants to be a certain way, he allowed it to happen. Matthew 19:4. It says, and he answered and said unto them, have you not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female, and said, for this cause shall man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twine shall be one flesh. So the pair bonding is when a man enjoys his wife. And enjoys his wife by what? Not talking to her, trying to understand her. he gets to know her by having sex with her. All right? Cutting the hymen. All right? This is how he is one with his wife. She takes a part of his spirit, part of his DNA. They call it today. The science would call it DNA. All right, the pair bonding, that all that stuff. But that's how the Lord designed it. So, wherefore they are no more twined, but one flesh. What therefore the Most High have joined together, let not man put asunder. So nobody's supposed to become in between that. All right? Nobody's supposed to become between that. But today's society pushes this promiscuous environment, which entails empowers a woman to do whatever she wants to do with her body, but all she's doing is renting it out to whomever. It becomes societal pussy. All right. It becomes the neighborhood pussy. So she don't even have control of her own, because the way the Lord designed women was to be the receiver. So if she's receiving a lot of you know what, then all those take hold of her. And science tells you that. So it's a dangerous thing for a man to literally, to be with a woman that's been around the block. And at this rate, it's just your turn when it comes to these women. All right? It's just your turn. Unless you find a virgin, and hey, more power to you. You're a blessed person. But it's just your turn. And it wasn't designed that way. Okay? I'm going to make a couple of scriptures. I ain't going to make this too long. Sirach 23 and I started 21. No, 20. He knew all things they were created. So also after they were perfected, he looked upon them all. Talking about Lord making man. Because it tells you this, when you go further up, it tells you about the Lord sees it all. This man shall be punished in the streets of the city, where he shall be subject, not he shall be taken. Thus shall it go also with the wife that leaveth her husband, and bringeth in an heir by another. That's that baby mama drama. That's that baby mama. A woman. That's why you have a lot of guys that goes in Maury. That's why you had the Maury Prophet show. You are not the father. All right. There's plenty of videos, and that was a thing in the 90s. Like, everything's being exposed. Like, and that was just everything coming to light. It was, growing up in that era, it was like, damn. You think it's because of these shows. Yeah, they exaggerated a lot. They pushed a certain thing. But it was a lot of things that were hidden, and it was coming out to the fact. And that was the Lord just exposing how wicked America is. For you have the Jerry Springer show and all that shit. Then when all that was showing you is people sleeping with other people, and having other people, and fooling the man. The woman will fool the man to believe that is his child. And come to find out that was never his child. All right. Verse 23. For the first, she have disobeyed the law of the Most High. Secondly, she have trespassed against her own husband. And thirdly, she have played the whore in adultery, and brought the children by another man. She shall be brought out into the congregation, and inquisition shall be made of her child. Her children shall not be taken root, and her branches shall be brought forth no fruit. So technically, when somebody has a child with a person that's not hurt, that child is not supposed to even see the light of day. And that's a cursed thing. Okay? It's going to say, it says, she shall leave her memory to be cursed, and her reproach shall not be blotted out. That's why in the hood, women who does these things, automatically, she got a name. She's a bitch, she's a whore, she's a freak. All right? She got a whole bunch of baby daddies. These are not, what's the word? These are not things where people are happy to say about a person. Is meant to discredit that woman. Like she's not wife material. Okay? So the whole thing of shame is going to become more broadened. All right? Shame is taken away out of the society. It says, and they that remain shall know that there is nothing better than the fear of the Lord, and that there is nothing sweeter than to take heed unto the commandments of the Lord. Because there was supposed to be consequences and repercussions once these things happen. That's why the scripture says, I'm just going to quote it. I ain't going to make this too long. That's set this against the evil works. It's not done speedily. The hearts of man continue in the things that they do. So if you hear growing up in the hood, your relatives, family members, especially the men, they're like, yo, I popped this, it got this chick, she got a man, she got a husband, and he makes light of it, and there's nothing. Then he got a baby, he got a child by that child, and it's just an ongoing cycle, and to everybody is nothing. The Lord got an answer for all that. All right? That shame, that's that shame that should be done. All right, in that sight. Okay? Yahweh Shem Yahushua is not playing games, man. He's about to judge his people. And all you mother effers that's out there that want to play the Captain Save-A-Ho, well, you're going to get judged as well. Okay? You're going to get it. And it's crazy. It was a brother had put up a video, a little girl. And it's sad because growing up, if you deal with your parent and they single, supposedly, when they're not really single, and you grow up in that environment, you feel lonely. And the little girl told her mother, it said, I want a daddy. And she said, oh. Then she tried to, put the father down in front of the little girl. And the little girl was like, she came up to her, hugged her, like put her, just being sweet and innocent, and said to the mother, go look for a daddy for me. And that's a terrible, horrible thing. And she's, children are innocent to a certain degree because they know the protocol. They know one parent is supposed to be both parents. Okay, but in this adulterous society, this wicked, evil society, all they promote is wickedness. Okay, all they promote is obscurity. Okay, which completely destroys the minds of the children. Amos 7:17, which is really a curse on us. Because we went off against the Lord. So the Lord's like, okay, you went off. You trust this bitch, and she's gonna do this. She's gonna do these things to you. Now you know how it feels. All right? And the wise will consider it. Amos 7:17. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city. And that's the modern day woman. She's nothing but a harlot. All right? And they think that's empowering, but it's not. It's not empowering. All you're doing is leaving yourself open to demons and diseases. All right? That's why you're leaving yourself open for. And the scriptures, we always bring it out, but it says a man that get him a wife, have himself a possession. And then with the possession, when there's no hedge, the possession is taken. So a lot of you women are taken by this world. You're taken by Satan. All right. Feminism, feminism was giving you a license to be a whore. All right. And which all of us men were guilty of pushing that because the societal pressure had a men thinking that he could pop a bitch and get her pregnant and just throw it to the side. Nah, you supposed to take care of that. So it's all screwed up. Everything is screwed up. Okay? It says, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword. So this is a curse. All right? It is an actual curse. Because that's what proves right then and there that the woman being a whore and her sons and daughters getting shot up out there. Tells you, my favorite, Jeremiah 9:20, tell the women to teach their daughters willing. All right? And teaching their daughters willing is what? Get them familiar with that notion. Not shaking their ass, twerking and all this other shit. Nah, get familiar with crying tears and bawling out because you about to lose. You women about to lose. Isaiah 39:2 tells you. All right? You're about to lose it all. Isaiah 4:1. And y'all not gonna be seeking for the highest bidder. You're gonna be seeking for the best candidate, the man of the Lord. And a lot of you women are gonna be rejected because you live that lifestyle. All right? You live that lifestyle. You embrace the demon. All right? You're demons yourselves. You embrace that shit. A lot of women sit there is like, well, you guys just that to the third, which is true. No doubt about it. It's a lot of men's fault. But it's also your dumbass fault for allowing yourself to be that way as well. Because you know, as a woman, that you're emotionally attached to anything or anyone. And you're putting yourself out in danger. Okay? Your mama's mama, they were whores. And you became a whore. And then when you pass a good dude, a good man, y'all treat him like shit. That's why no man should be giving his all to no woman. All right? Fuck that shit. It says, Micah 7:10, it says, then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her. Who said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. So a lot of you women are going to be trampled down like the pieces of shits that you are. Okay, straight up and down. Yeah, some of y'all, a lot of y'all locked. I'm gonna say it like this: you locked in, find some simp, $1 million simp, and you still treat him like shit, thinking your pussy is gold. Nah, your pussy ain't shit. You ain't worth nothing. And the men that were good to you, the godly men, mainly the elect. The elect men that you mistreated, when that time comes, when that judgment, that heavy judgment, that great fear that you can't escape is there, you have nobody even be by your side because you are nothing but worthless bitches. And that's the fact. So with that being said, shalom to the elected nation of Israel. Shalom.